a visit to Hemsley Conservation Centre and a little walk around Cliff Woods are just a couple of things that I'm going to be talking about in this week's vlog. But first, I wanted to give you a quick update on Bill and Ted the Little Hedgehogs. So they're almost ready to go to the wildlife centre. By the time you're watching this, they may have already actually gone because they've now opened their eyes. And it's amazing, we've had them for about 2 weeks now, and if you look back on the first night we got them to what they look like now, they've grown so much. So they're starting to get furry faces, so they've gone a lot darker and their eyes have opened. They're really sweet, and it's been such a lovely experience looking after them. So a couple of exciting business things this week. So the first was with Rebecca Oliver of Oliver Wellbeing, and she's an osteopath based in Maidstone. So she's done a really good job over lockdown of getting on video and doing lives on Facebook and things like that. Before lockdown, when I spoke to her, she was terrified of the video and she didn't want to do it at all. This is absolutely amazing. So if you know me, you know I like helping businesses do video themselves. So the idea was I went down to her practice in Maidstone and had a look to see how she could improve the lighting in her videos, as well as learning about what she wants to use the videos for, so then I could recommend a camera for her to buy. A couple more bits of exciting business news. So the first was a couple of weeks ago I recorded a radio interview with Fiona Catchpole for Funky Media Radio, and that went live last week, and it's about a 15-minute talk, and I talk about my top tips to make better video yourself for your business. So if you'd like to hear some of those tips, head on over to my blog on my website, and there's a link to the recorded version of that interview on there. And then lastly, I spoke last week about having my new video series going live, and it is now live. So it's your essential YouTube checklist, and these are the things that you need to do to make sure that your YouTube channel is ready for your business and you're actually going to make the most out of it. So I've left a link in the comments to that video series. All you got to do is put in your email and your name, and then you'll get access. So before we move on to a bit more animal talk, I just wanted to have another quick talk about mindset. So I spoke last week about being productive and feeling in that productive mood. Well, I've been working with Ali Hollands from Inspired to Change for a few weeks now, because I've always had issues sleeping, whether it's getting to sleep, whether it's waking up in the middle of the night, or having a full night's sleep and still waking up tired. And although those problems are still ongoing and we're working through it, I sort of had an epiphany last week. I had that moment when things started to make sense, because on Friday I had a really bad night's sleep, probably because it was so hot. And then when I woke up in the morning, even though I still was tired, I felt energy to get stuff done. I felt motivated. My energy levels throughout the day didn't dip at all. So if you're struggling with any of these issues, I'd love to hear your opinions. Do you have any routines to get you ready for bed, to get you sleeping? I'd love to hear them, because you know, it might help me and it might help the other people watching this video. So it was a really fun weekend. Me and Hayley went to stay in Cliff Woods. I grew up in Cliff Woods and I really want to move back there at some point. It's sort of like my dream area to live. And one of the reasons is the surrounding area. So within 2 minutes walk from the house, you can be in the woods, and you'll be walking down this really nice narrow wooded path, which is gorgeous. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, you find this nice open rolling field. It's just absolutely beautiful. It makes dog walking really enjoyable. And then lastly, one of the best things of the week is we went to Hemsley Conservation Centre. I had no idea this existed, and it's just outside Vigo. It's actually just across the road from Trosley Country Park. And it's a tiny wildlife centre. Saying that, it's got lots of different animals, it's got lots of different birds, and although it may not take too long to actually go around the whole thing, you can go around as many times as you want. I'd say probably my favourite animal that I saw, it'd either be the meerkats, because they're really cute, or the armadillo. I'd never seen an armadillo before, and it looks like they're on little roller skates. Hayley's favourite had to be the blue-fronted Amazon, which is this awesome bird, and it took a liking to Hayley, and she started chatting with it, and it actually replied to her.
Hello.
So if you're looking for a couple of hours to kill on a weekday or a weekend, then I definitely recommend going to Hemsley Conservation Centre. It's an awesome afternoon. And that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favourite part is in the comments below. And let me know what you've got going on exciting for the week ahead. And I'll see you next Monday.